What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another KBO Collections Hobby Drive. Coming at you on a muggy-ass Wednesday morning. Definitely like some of the highest humidity. It's foggy. It's just foggy with humidity, and it sucks. I know that Bo would be loving this shit. He's like, I love to get my hoodie on and go sit out in the sun and sweat. Fuck that. Ugh. I sweat enough without having the humidity. I don't need all that shit. Anyway, so that's the morning update. Just a muggy, foggy from the humidity, just nastiness this morning. And hopefully today turns the corner. I know that I'll probably be saying that again next week at some point, I imagine, but I think today's supposed to be kind of like a bit hotter than yesterday, which broke 100. Like the heat index was, I believe, 106 in my area yesterday. And this is September, I don't know, September 10th. Yesterday was September 10th. Today is September 11th, of course, a day that, it's a day in American history. Let's just say that. Bad day. Anyway, and of course, I'm here in South Korea, so I'm on the 11th. It's the 10th there. Yesterday was the 10th. So anyway, but yeah, so that's what I got to open up with today. Just my weather talk. Traffic pretty easy this morning. Nothing big going on. Looks like everybody's still in the bed. I know that I found it hard to wake up this morning compared to the past few mornings. And part of that could be because of the topic that I'm going to talk about today. Topic I'm going to talk about today is not cards, but it is sports related. So really, just thinking back to your old days, your childhood days, your youth, your teen years, all of that. So I know a lot of us played sports. Not everybody, but a lot of us did play sports. I did. And, remember when we used to have the good old two-a-days in the off season, you'd get up early in the morning, had to go practice early in the morning, and you'd practice again in the late day, hot ass heat like that. Well, that's something that I've kind of readopted recently. And I've tried to resurrect my exercise regimen, and in doing so, I've been, just trying to get back into the groove of it. And here lately, I've been doing two-a-days, so to speak. Of course, old man two-a-days, so not some intense shit or anything like that. But yeah, so I've been getting up in the mornings, been getting out, getting a bit of exercise in, getting the blood flowing, get back in, take a shower, have some breakfast, and then again at night in the afternoons, I've been going out and doing the same thing. Or I say afternoons, night, it just depends. Sometimes I do it just before I eat dinner, sometimes I do it after I eat dinner. Anyway, stop to get my morning coffee, so I'll be right back in a minute. Hang out. All right, everybody, I'm back and ready to roll. Get that first sip, that first hit of morning octane. Get it running through the veins here. So yeah. By the way, I have been drinking some mushroom coffee, as Bo has been doing. I don't drink it every day. It's not my everyday coffee. But I have been subbing it in sometimes, drinking some of that when I'm at home, when I got time at home to brew up a pot of it, because it takes a while to brew. I mean, of course, I know that I could brew it when I go out to do my exercise and stuff in the mornings, but at the same time, because I normally at this time of year I'm still drinking my coffee cold, iced coffee. So it takes it a bit of time to cool down before I want to ice it, because if I ice it when it's super hot, it's gonna water down a lot. So anyway, but yeah, so it takes a while on the mushroom coffee these days. Now, come wintertime, when it's hot coffee season again, probably be drinking it more often, because I can just brew it up when I exercise and come back out and have some coffee ready to go. So yeah, but no. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Like, yeah, so I've just been doing more exercise, doing morning and afternoon exercise, kind of getting that going recently. I'm stopped here to school bus, but anyway, so I've been doing that recently, and yeah, I've been enjoying it. Like, been feeling good, been helping me out quite a bit by doing that. But to be quite honest, like some of my lack of exercising over the last several months has just been like this unbearable heat. Like and it truly has been unbearable. Like, you just can't get out of it. And in my opinion, and the humidity, like the heat is one thing. Heat is hot, but when it's super humid, it's just nasty. Like if it's hot, I can go outside and I'll sweat. But if it's hot and humid, I go outside and I just fucking pour. Like it looks like I'm in a shower before I even get to my car on a hot, humid day. On a hot day, I'm generally fine. Like, I'll start sweating after being out for a bit, but not like when it's hot and humid. So anyway, but yeah, so enough of the weather talk, enough of the two-a-days talk. So something that I did want to mention was one thing that I saw yesterday on YouTube, or last night. So I was watching Bo, actually. I'd watched Bo, and then at some point in there, there was a video, or no, maybe it was before watching Bo. I think it was before watching Bo. But I think I'd watched like an old video of Bo's that I hadn't seen yet, maybe is what it was. But anyway, sometime in that time period, there was a, we got the tanks rolling on the roads again. Tank time. Gonna be noisy going down through here. Tank time. But yeah, so anyway, back to what I was saying. So I was watching, this video popped up in my feed, and it was like, this kid stole $500 in cards from me at the Dallas Card Show, POV, like point of view. And I was intrigued. I was like, okay, I'm gonna check this out. And what was happening? It was a kid and his dad that was trying to buy some. Well, I said try to buy. Apparently, they were trying to steal, and I'm laughing because of the way I'm saying it, not because of the situation. But anyway, I guess they were trying to steal some cards, and they were working out this little deal, and he was sliding cards into like some cards that he had in his hand and out of binders and stuff like that. But anyway, all this goes on. You could see it in the video. And but the one thing that was so interesting in it, and I was like, man, that kind of makes sense, right? Was so the dealer had a camera set up at his table, which if I were a dealer, I would definitely recommend that. You can get some cheap little cameras to set up, like even cheap action cams. Like I've got an action cam, like a no-name knockoff GoPro that was like $20 or something, and works really well, super tiny, all of that. So you could get like these cheap action cams and set them up at your table to have your own little security there. And anyway, so this dealer did. He had his own camera set up, and it was sitting there, kind of across his table, across the binder area and stuff. So it was catching the kid doing all of this stuff, all right? But the part that I thought was kind of genius on it was at the end, they ended up making a deal. And when they were making the deal, the dealer was like, okay, hold on just a second. Let me show these cards to the camera. And he starts putting the cards up in front of the camera, like showing like, this card is what I got, this card is what I got. So he recorded his deal. And apparently, I guess this guy does that on all of his deals. And he said he does it for content, which is cool. But anyway, apparently he does that. He records his deals. But when he did that, and when he did that, and when the kid realized that he was being recorded, the look on his face was wild. Like, he was just like, oh wow, like I just fucked up, you know. So anyway, but I thought that was kind of interesting, and I thought that was kind of a good idea. Like, I guess if you were a dealer, have your table set up, and have you some cameras around, and like if you do a deal, like, you know, if you you know, sell 5 cards, be like, yo, hold on just a second, let me record these real quick, and just be like, I sold this and this and this and this. Or if you traded for something, be like, I traded for this and this and this. So kind of like that. I think that's a pretty cool and interesting thing, quite honestly. Actually, I'm gonna go around this way. I'm gonna change my route this morning. So anyway, okay, here we go. So I want to park in a different place this morning. So anyway, all right, but yeah, I saw that, and that was pretty interesting. I was like, wow, I was like, that's kind of a good idea. I was like, if I were a dealer, I would definitely recommend possibly doing that. Just recording your deals, just saying like, yeah, this is what I got, or this is what I sold. And you might end up catching a kid off guard that was stealing from you in the process. Who knows? But anyway, that's all I had for today. I appreciate you following along on this ride, and I will catch you again on another one tomorrow. Take it easy. Peace.